Oh, wait. Randy has to
ahead.
explain to us what to do with ashes. He knows everything. Go.
Well, I did say that when you get a bag of remains and you want to release them, whether it's at a beach or in the ocean or some other place that's meaningful.
I'm in the ocean. Yeah.
Okay.
like it.
Make sure no one catches you because there's certain rules about that off the coast of California. That's for another time.
Okay.
But so you get this big bag of remains, which are ashes, but there are bone pieces in there. And sometimes they get stuck together. So one thing that I recommend is when no one can see, you take the bag and knock it around a little bit, like a bag of ice.
I was literally about to say,
Slam
yeah.
it on the floor like a bag of ice.
refreezes. You want to break it up a little bit. Then, when you get ready to disperse it, immediately find out which way the wind's blowing. Because you do not want to stand in the direction of the wind, but hold the top of the bag and the bottom of the bag and slowly release. Bring back up, slowly release again. If you do it all at once, the clump that will happen will be startling and disconcerting for the relatives.
Oh my God, you have to decant it. Comedy podcast. This is for the Halloween. I have brought into my costume chamber my friends who know the most about the South and funerals. And if you're just listening, we're wearing black funeral garb. We have fascinators and we have top hats and we have black feather boas. Okay, I'm going to introduce my panel here. We're going to talk about everything macabre, Southern Gothic, evangelical. Am I saying that right?
Sure.
Evangelical. Okay. I have Sarah. Hello, Sarah. Sarah's from Appalachia. And she grew up going to church Sunday morning, Sunday night, and then on Wednesdays. And it was a small town. And her mother grew up going to what church?
Holiness.
Holiness.
Yes.
It's
like they're different branches.
Okay. We're going to have a chart later.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have Randy with us. Randy grew up in Atlanta, and he grew up in the evangelical. But he said I should call it charismatic. What does that mean?
Charismatic is the evolved version of Pentecostal.
Okay. The evolved version? I don't think anyone believes in evolving in these categories. Wait, what? It's okay. And you work in a church.
I do.
And you have ties to some of the very famous evangelical folks. Okay. First, I want to just get into some of the Southern traditions around funerals and mourning. And then I want to dish about like Bobby Graham. Is that his name? Like, you know, all the famous. Hold on, I've been Billy Graham and Falwell.
Oh, Jerry Falwell.
And Pat Robertson. I have some dish on them. Yes, I do. Okay, so first of all, in the South, there is I feel like I grew up in the North. I have tissues, P.S. I have tissues in the sleeves of my dress because I feel like a proper church lady when I have little tissues in the sleeves of my dress. The South is kind of like, it has this romance. There's Spanish moss dripping from trees, and it reminds me of like black tulle, and there's a darkness that kind of hovers. The South has, quote unquote, the two most haunted cities in America. It's Savannah and New Orleans, right?
Yeah.
You guys can feel free to interrupt me. You're so polite. And I Googled this word today because I wanted to say it right. You spoke French, right, Sarah?
Ish.
Yes.
Macabre.
Macabre.
Mm-hmm. You don't do the brr at the end? Macabre. Oh.
Also, I like how you said they can interrupt you. I wanted everyone to know before this, Amy kept asking our guests questions. As soon as they would answer, she would go, "Stop it!"
I know. I wanted them to tell their stories. So this is all evolved because we were having cocktails together, and my head was exploding about all those stories you were telling me. So macabre is to describe something that is disturbing and horrifying because it involves death or injury. And okay.
So think of like Edgar Allan Poe.
All the way. William Faulkner, Truman Capote. There's a Southern Gothic literature. Now, there's such a thing in the South as a good funeral. Randy,
of course.
Will you take the stage and talk about you got to have a good funeral?
We're the
So
best.
a Southern funeral should start with no one coming in inappropriate. The macabre of that would be someone showing up in a red dress.
Oh.
That's
No.
inappropriate.
Pussy.
You should show up in an appropriate outfit, ready to put on your best face and bring a tray of deviled eggs and maybe a bowl of potato salad and greet everyone.
Do you eat at the church?
Many times you eat at the church after the burial.
You do?
Yes.
Usually, no, I don't know how you feel, but there is a receiving line.
Yes.
As they people enter or after?
Well, like during a family viewing. So there would be like a viewing
What's a family
night.
viewing?
So
Have you never been to a funeral?
I've only been to a Greek Orthodox one.
what did you grow up? What was your religion growing up?
We grew up where no one died.
They're wicked through and through.
we just get you get a box, a cardboard box of your cremated grandfather, and you put him in his garden. And because he was in World War II, the neighbor boy who plays the trumpet plays taps.
Oh no. So the night before, sometimes it's right before, but usually most Southern, it's the night before. It's family night, so everybody comes, and the family members stand by the casket. People do a walk by
Okay.
of the casket.
Is there protocol to that? Like, don't linger, don't.
I feel like down south, you just do a drive by.
Do you make eye contact?
I mean, I don't prefer to make eye contact with the body. But it's just enough, like I was saying, like that you want to be able to, like, they look so natural.
That's what you're supposed to say.
So
this is
natural.
the language you're supposed to use.
Yes.
They looked so natural.
They look so natural. They look so good. She
say
looks so good.
Peaceful? Do you say peaceful?
No, people just want to know that their loved one looks good.
Okay.
That's really all
Well,
they
have to
want.
do makeup on these bodies.
Exactly, and that's why people never... Do you ever see anybody that looks like themselves?
It can be very problematic.
Yeah.
And avoid ever letting a family member be involved in that process because then your loved one may change races. The makeup keeps going on and going on and going on, and the next thing you know, you don't recognize them.
Oh, so they were on a vacation when they died. They were in the tropics.
At my mother's funeral, I went over to my best friend and said, I don't want to alarm anyone, but that's not my mother in the casket. We can go on with things, but I just want everyone to know that's not her.
Oh, my gosh.
But back to the Friday night greeting.
So you do a drive-by, so natural, thank you for coming, and then you just, like, shake hands with the family members, and you maybe share, like a...
Anecdote.
Yeah, like have something prepared. On the other side, like my brother, sister, and I are always like, my sister's oldest, then my brother, and then me. And I felt like my brother, sister, and I usually feel at family funeral, like the things that everyone has already said everything because we're the low people in the totem pole.
Yeah.
So we kind of have contests to see who can be the most creative with a punchline back or something. But I mean, it's really like I do love a good handshake, like family line, because things happen. Like my grandmother died, and people love to tell the family how they're important to the person that died, right? They like to be like, I checked them out of the grocery store one time, and just to
the whole town comes.
Yeah, everybody comes. This is the time to come and be seen.
To the family night.
Yes.
Okay.
And so this lady came up at my grandmother's funeral, and she's going through. She shakes my grandfather's hand, shakes my dad's hand, then she gets to my mom, and she introduced herself, and she said my grandmother's name was Wanda, and she said, I'm like Bertha. I'm Wanda's 8th cousin. Who are you? And my mom goes, well, I'm Judy, Bertha. I was Wanda's daughter. And the woman goes, well, Judy, we thought she was dead a long time ago. And then she moved on. And that
was a good one.
It was good. It was
to Wanda.
good. But yeah, I mean, right?
I will say on that viewing night, if you've ever seen anything about the royal family and the process of the curtsy, I feel like the pause at the casket is similar to the curtsy.
I would agree.
There should be a certain level of touching the edge, but don't go inside.
Oh my gosh.
There should be a certain concerned but caring look downward at an angle and a head bob. And then back to the family member. But I think you make somewhat of eye contact. That's just kind of my culture.
Do?
We do.
I just like to do a dry. I mean, you do. I think a moment of silence.
Right.
And then moving on.
Let's go on.
Yeah.
This is fascinating that you're supposed to slightly caress the casket.
And so this isn't the moment. If there is someone who feels like they have the gift, possibly the anointing, to call this body back to life, this is not the time where they lean forward and say, wake up. That's saved for the day of the funeral. And that does happen from time to time.
Is that the wake?
This is at the funeral. This is not at the wake or the viewing.
Yeah.
The viewing. Now, Sarah brought up something interesting. At the viewing, many times people start sharing their experiences and their comments.
Okay.
And ultimately, there will be somebody there that has never met the deceased, but feels the need to speak because we all want to hear them. And so that's a part of a Southern funeral.
So someone who doesn't, they give him 5 minutes for a tight five. He just wanted some attention.
1,000%.
I did not know the deceased, but I am so glad to be here amongst all you wonderful people. I brought the macaroni and cheese.
Well, it's not dinner yet. That's after the funeral.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You gotta be
Okay,
careful. You
I'm
gotta make
doing
sure
it
those things are
all
warm.
wrong. How long do you stay at the family night, the viewing?
I mean,
Is it an in and out? Is it like a high five?
I think it's either. I mean, I think it depends on.
How close you were.
I think so. Don't
If
you
you're
feel
not
so?
family, but you're close, you should stay 30 minutes. If you're not family and you're not close, you should stay 15 minutes. If you're family, you should get there 15 minutes or 30 minutes before it starts
Oh my gosh.
and stay till the very end.
Oh my gosh. Is that why you were 10 minutes early today to come here?
I'm on the verge of death.
Are you writing these things down, Joel? These are life numbers that we need to keep track of.
It's
I need
very
to put
important,
I need to put all
very
these notes
important.
in the comments area so people know when to come to things. Okay. Can I okay, really quick. Do you look at the body at the family night and at the funeral?
I think it depends. Like my grandmother was really big on going to the funeral home even before the family night to view the body.
She wanted a private viewing?
She wanted, yes.
She wanted VIP tickets to see the body?
My uncle passed away, and I flew in for that funeral, and I missed family night, which was,
Uh-oh.
it was bad. It was a big no-no.
Did you hear about Sarah?
I know. I know. She's my granny's still haunting me about that.
Oh my gosh, she moved away and all of her morals went right out the window.
Right, I married a Yankee who
Oh,
was Catholic.
God.
And
Oh, my
that was
God.
it.
Oh, no longer a Christian.
No
Bless your
longer.
heart.
But like I got to the house before the funeral, and she was insistent that that my dad take me to the funeral home
To see the body.
to see my uncle's
To
body.
see the body before you could see it
Yes.
because you wouldn't see it at church, or you would.
Because I think it was an open casket, but she wanted me to literally all she wanted for me to do was to go see him, so then I could report back to her
If he looked
natural.
natural.
That's what she wanted. I mean, and
But
she really
didn't she go already? Is she housebound?
Everyone had been.
But she just wanted to make sure you saw.
Yes, and
They
so
might have turned the AC off overnight.
A lot could happen.
Yeah, I think they put him in a cooler.
That's what
I'm
I'm
gonna be
saying.
honest.
That's what, yeah, they might have had some hijinks. Somebody might be doing like a weekend at Bernie's with her uncle.
And I have to say, my dad got me in the car. My parents are from a really, really, really small town in North Carolina, and we are related to everyone in this town. And my dad, we went to this place. They have a place called Better Burger. It's like the drive-in burger place, and we drove past the funeral home
To get a
eating my
burger.
burger, so that I could just say to my grandma, "Yeah, I went to see Michael." She's like, "How do you look?" And I said,
That
Natural.
was risky.
Oh,
I
you didn't
did.
even go.
I just lied.
she's
I just
risky.
lied.
I feel like we've had enough. Wait, one more question. Do they show the casket at the church?
I think it depends.
It depends on the
Yes,
person.
it depends. But also something they do at Southern funerals that I have not seen as many Northern funerals or other funerals I've been to is that they often like to put things that were like special to the person on the casket or in the casket.
Yes.
At the parents' night. That's for school. At the
Sometimes, I mean, it's kind of like when people reuse their flowers that are for the wedding and then bring them to the reception. So these things kind of go around with the body.
Okay.
It
So
sounds like you guys know a lot of dead people.
yeah.
I see dead people.
You do? Oh.
The
Oh.
Von Trapps are with us
The
now.
Von Trapps are with us. Okay. Now that we've heard about all of this, the body stuff. Okay. There's this. I saw this movie when I was like 14. It was on like AMC, like American Classic Movies, whatever. It's an old black and white movie. It was made in 1957, and it's called The Three Faces of Eve, and it has Joanne Woodward in it, and it's about this woman with multiple personality disorder. And they kind of like, she's working with a psychiatrist to kind of figure out what's happened, like what happened that your body, your personality split. And she has a flashback and she's in the South and she's at a funeral and her mother makes her kiss her dead grandma. And that was the like trauma that caused her personality to split, and the movie was based on a real person. Yes, it was like a book that was written by the doctors who were treating this woman.
Oh, that's horrible.
A real woman that had multiple personalities, and then Joanne Woodward won the Academy Award for it. But hey, so like your mom is like, go get some more trauma real quick, swing by.
It was my granny. Now, my mom does like to... Like, she wants everybody to be very comfortable with death. Because, again, we're all going to die.
Right.
What?
I know.
Yes.
I feel
Don't
like the
know
South
if
is
you
much
do
more
I'll be
calm.
first.
The South is much more
We're going to bury Randy in that, by the way.
I'm
like
counting.
it.
I'm holding on to it.
Randy's wearing a 1800s top hat and a black boa, baby.
Amy, can I borrow that hat next October?
If your head fits in it, it's very tiny.
Oh, no. Yeah,
People have tiny heads
Randy,
in
you do have a
old-fashioned
small
times.
head.
Actually not. It's actually I will have a crease when this comes off. But
Well, I mean, it fits it well, but it looks
Yeah.
good. I need a mayor hat next
Yeah.
year.
So it can be traumatizing to see a dead body. Have you seen a dead body IRL that wasn't in a casket? Speak
Well,
to
I work in a hospital, so
Oh.
yes. I've seen people actively...
passing.
Yeah.
You do have stories about that?
I don't think any that I can
Tell.
tell.
Well, that's very nice that you're protecting the dead because they can see you now.
I don't think it's a nicety. I think it's a
HIPAA? Is
Lawsuit.
it HIPAA? What would be like the HIPAA for ghosts? Booyah.
Yeah, as soon as they're ghosts, you can say whatever you want.
I don't know. How do y'all feel about Ghost?
I love a good ghost. Although I want to return to Amy's comment about the multiple personalities, and not to make light of any mental health challenges that exist in our society. But in the South, as Dixie Carter, who played Julia Sugarbaker, would say, you don't ask if we have people with multiple personalities in our family. You ask on who are they? And we usually put them out in their front room. So the multiple personality thing is very handy. I mean, we all have those.
Also, I will say, because this movie was made in 1957, so that means the book was written before this, the woman probably just had a period.
Oh, Joe.
And they were like, oh no.
Oh.
In the South, we don't talk about things like that.
Fair. Yeah.
Go kiss the dead body, Joel, but don't talk about the period.
No, you're not supposed to. They explicitly said, don't touch the body, Amy.
No, but maybe at the okay. So I went to a Greek one, and it's called during the church ceremony. There's the thing. It's called the last kiss, and everyone walks up around. You were there, and kiss a little forehead kissy kiss on the looks so natural person. I hid in the lobby. I didn't do it. I didn't go. But some people put little trinkets into the coffin too.
Well, so I guess that's kind of like people putting out being buried with their prized possessions and things like that, I think, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about kissing the body.
Well, I will say, I find a lot of Southern funerals would have a procession into the funeral of the family.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if I have a family reunion and we show up at a restaurant, they will say, would you like the corner booth or do you want a table? But for some of these families, there's hundreds of people, let's say realistically 80, and they're all going to walk down the aisle at varied speeds based on the level of their grief. And then they'll approach the casket, and the very first people are the ones closest to them. So it's the wife, it's the husband, it's the children, it's the next of kin on the first two rows. But then the rest of those rows are more distantly related. And these people who are the next of kin sit while the other people have their emotional outburst when they get to see the body as if it's for the very first time. So
Are you supposed to have an emotional outburst?
You possibly should if you want to show
Oh,
your
Jesus.
level.
Cultural.
It is cultural.
It's very cultural.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, take my soul, my friend's soul to your gates.
No, we're still in denial that it's happening. So there's more no. No.
There's like
Okay.
Yeah,
what's the vibe?
it's really, I think it's like trying to get it all out.
Yes.
Right? I think people feel better because studies have actually been done about this where people, where they like really sob and grieve and throw themselves around everything and really get it out, do much better than people like myself who is a wasp and keep it
Close to
shoved way down inside.
close to the vest.
Yeah.
I'll cry later when I'm eating cheese dip
right.
and margaritas.
I'll also say something too, just about the South in general, but with funerals and everything. I grew up in a really, really small town that I did not appreciate until I became an adult. Like, very small town. Got our first stoplight, I think, when I was like a junior or senior in high school. I've probably only been back 2 times, but we had the best people. Like, we literally had this guy, and I will not name names because I don't want to be sued, but like, he was the arsonist, and everybody knew he was the arsonist, right? Like, there'd be a fire, you'd be like, that was Firebug. And he also, like, right? And we had our one guy.
Credit.
We had a crazy Susan in our small town, and she would walk around with a pillow under her shirt because she wanted to be pregnant.
I do think there shouldn't be a town arsonist.
I mean, he was I wouldn't say he was harmless. He did burn down.
He burned down a few
Alleged.
They needed to go.
He burned down a couple things. But I mean, he was great because he lost his license. But in Virginia, I don't know if there's still a law. I don't even know if it was legal at the time, you can still drive a moped.
Yeah.
But he would wear like a Harley Davidson, one of those like real Harley Davidson motorcycle helmets. And like, you'd pass him and he was like, I don't know, like, everybody honked to him. And then we had the one guy that lived in a bus, and he would like, he rode a bike, and
The bus didn't work. The bus was just basically a
the
motorhome.
bus was just like it wasn't even a motor. It was literally,
It was a trailer.
Just like
it was on blocks.
But it was like,
I think it's a bus.
It's a bus. It's
But
like
if
a
he's
school
driving
bus.
his bike, that
He's
means
riding his bike to and from
the bus.
Yeah.
And he would like, actually, one of my good friends and I just saw him in New York. We're talking about like these people and such great memories. And he would bring us watermelon all the time, and he'd put it on the bus. And by the way, my bus driver was talking about religion, everything, he made us call him Brother Hagee. He was great. I love Brother Hagee. But he was, I don't remember if it's Church of Christ or what denomination was, but he was a minister or a reverend. It's different than a minister, but he was a reverend, and he had his own cable access channel where he would preach to people, and you could like call in and talk to Brother Hagee. And like,
Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, I think all of this, like,
Yeah.
that's what makes a Southern town and Southern funerals and Southern traditions, like,
I would
wonderful.
love to know if, when you had passed your local arson, would you do you say it out loud, or do you just think in your house, hey, don't burn down my house? Or do you just think that by saying, hey, it's going to keep the house from being a subject to his crimes?
I think you just like said, hey, because
he's
you
one
live
of
down
the
south
family.
and you're part of your like community, right?
You're not going to be rude about it.
Yeah. Hey.
You don't ask a plumber, how's the plumbing doing? Don't ask the arson how the burn.
Right.
How's the burning doing? I was Googling, I Googled Southern funerals, and it said the social pressure to put on a, quote, good funeral with an overflowing flood train. Yes, food train. It says food.
Okay.
I'm good at reading. Overflowing food train, a long church service, and impressive floral arrangements show how appearances and social standing persist even in death. So, in the small town, what kind of funeral did Bernie Mac, whatever his name was, get?
I don't know.
Very
He
good,
might
very good,
still
very
be
good.
here. I
is.
hope he's still here. I don't know.
He has a very dangerous job.
Yeah, right.
I could hire him. I've got a couple in mind.
Have a neighbor you want to get rid of. I think it really too depended on, like, I know a big topic around before people would die would be people would discuss like, who all do you think is going to come to the funeral, and like, do you think this, like people were like, how many people do you think will be at my funeral or family night? Like that was like with my grandmother, like that was like big for her before she died.
Do they have those little hand clickers? They're counting the number of heads coming and like click, click,
My
click,
granny
click, click, click,
may.
click.
She may have been doing that in her casket.
362.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I mean, that was the big thing.
Okay, so Randy has a lot of actual experience planning funerals.
I do.
And he has advice around it.
Well,
Oh, we forgot to talk about ghosts.
let's talk about ghosts.
And then we'll talk about planning funerals. I took my ADD
the
medication today. Stop laughing at me, Joe.
The funeral comes before the ghost, though. so you could talk about planning the funerals, and then that's why
I
the
know,
ghosts
but
came,
I'm more
because
interested
they're
in
mad.
ghosts than planning funerals. And I
Yeah.
want to kind of end at the end, like we all talk about what funeral we want to do. Okay, what's your relationship with ghosts? Go, Randy.
I love ghosts. I
Okay.
think that they're here for our protection. They're here for our companionship.
Ooh.
They're just, why do they have to leave?
Channeling.
Why do they have to leave?
You're channeling
They were
joy
here first,
energy.
probably. Let's let them stay.
Do you feel like they're your angel? Like, do you believe in angels watching over you, like your loved ones?
Oh, I don't think they're my loved ones. I think
Oh, you
they're-
like to be watched by strangers. I get it. I get it.
Absolutely.
I see you.
The door's unlocked. Come on in. I won't tell where that came from.
I think everyone can tell where that came from. Randy. Yeah, it's not.
What's the voyeurs? Are you a voyeur? Are you getting void?
What do ghosts do when you're like taking a shower?
There's a book called "Do Ghosts See You When You're on the Toilet?" I read it. They said basically no, they're not into that.
How many ghosts did they pull?
Well,
That's a great question. How many data points
Very
were
good,
collected?
very good.
And their
Yeah,
scientific
yeah.
analysis of ghosts.
I bet even if they can't enjoy earthly pleasures anymore, and we all know I'm talking about that, there's still some weirdos there that's like, I'm just,
They're whacking it in the.
yeah. I was trying not to say that, and then meanwhile,
Sorry,
Amy's
clean
over there.
show.
It's not a clean
not a
show at
clean
all.
show.
It's called the Amy Brown Comedy Podcast. So it can't
I
be.
know, right? So yeah, do you have any experiences with ghosts?
I really haven't. I've been around some people who were still living that I felt like were ghost-like. And did
Shade.
actions that could be that of someone who had already gone beyond, but still were here.
I mean, they're levitating, or they're just being an a-hole.
You know, I think I'll just leave that one over because I don't have a good comeback for it. We'll leave that one to
Okay, well,
something
let me
else.
know when you're
Do
ready.
something.
How about you, Sarah?
I don't have ghosts. Like nothing, like really stands out to me. But I would I'm very skeptical.
Yes,
But I also
you're science lady.
Yeah, like I am very skeptical, but I feel like I know a lot of people around me and that are close to me that have had things and they're like, I can't explain it. But my son and I were going up to Helen, Georgia on his day off, as any 16-year-old boy wants to go with her mother up to Helen, Georgia.
Helen, Georgia is this like German themed town
Yeah. It's
north of Atlanta.
adorable.
It's adorable. It's,
great.
like loo-loo-loo-loo.
He was really scared though. We passed Cabbage Patch Babyland on the way up.
Oh,
and I
what's
was
that?
like, oh my gosh.
What's Cabbage Patch
It's the baby
Babyland?
hospital. It's where the
creepy.
Cabbage
The
Patch
Cabbage Patch.
kids
It's super
It's
creepy.
born.
It's
Is it
like
super
a-
weird.
Have you been in?
I
don't
know
like
of
dolls.
it. I don't want to go in.
You don't know what a Cabbage Patch
I was
Kid
like-
is?
I know like the
Okay,
doll
okay,
is,
okay.
Yeah.
That's where they were born.
Yeah.
but wait, what?
Every
where they're-
Cabbage Patch
That's where
doll
all
was
the-
born.
That's where all of them
This
were
is
born.
why we have so many
In North
haunted
Georgia.
dolls in America.
But
We
could you
keep
talk
giving them a
about haunted?
backstory.
But anyway, so we were like we were driving up there and we passed by like exits to Lake Lanier, and my husband and I were talking about like buying a house on a lake, and he was like, oh, like I went to like something at Lake Lanier, and I'm like, no, that lake has got some bad juju. And he was
Yeah.
like, what is that? And I was like, no. He goes, but you're not really that superstitious, even though I love a good ghost tour. I'm doing
Yeah.
one at the Fox on Monday, but I was like, no, like that has bad juju, and like too many people have died.
So,
I
yeah.
feel like there's Native American stuff going on. I'm not messing with
I
the
mean,
Native Americans.
You know the history of it, right?
Yeah, so
I
Lake
think they flooded
Lanier
something?
is in Georgia. It murders people every summer. Even famous people have died
Well,
there
also,
too.
well, I mean, the actual history, it was like black neighborhoods where they just did, what is that?
They flooded it. It
eminent
Yeah.
Domain.
was
eminent domain where they're like, hey, get out. And so like it's lots
Yeah.
of black misplaced families from there. They flooded it. There's still houses and stuff.
Yes.
trucks.
And things under
Down
there.
there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Nothing sounds like Margaritaville more than
Right.
like displacing people and flooding it.
Oh my god.
And
mean,
it's just not that
it's not
old.
relaxing
I
there.
mean,
It's not
this
that
is
old.
probably what, the late 30s?
yeah, it's not
Early 40s?
Yeah.
There's
All-
there's people that are still alive that probably left the
Had a
house.
house there.
Yes.
That is horrible.
It is
And
horrible.
I just know a lot people die there all the time. I thought it was like
No, it's yeah.
sacred land
it's
kind of
haunted.
thing.
It's got yeah, because yes, and it's a lot of the lakes in the South
'Cause they're all man-made.
decided to make it's a man-made lake, and so they decided to flood neighborhoods. And guess who has less ability to fight back about whose neighborhoods are gonna get flooded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met an author this weekend who's writing a horror book based on Lake Lanier, which I was just like, you don't even have to make it supernatural. You can
That's just
tell
like the
the
true
truth.
you
story.
can just tell it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So do you have like a specific crazy story besides the Lake Lanier, like of seeing one, hearing one, someone you know hearing one?
So I have friends that I'm that live in the Charlottesville area, close to the land that used to be Monticello. And they renovated a house that was very old, dates back Monticello era.
Yeah.
And Monticello is like Thomas Jefferson's house.
So
it was a big plantation.
1776 is the signing of the Declaration of Independence. I don't know when he started building Monticello. It was before or after that.
I should know because I just did a tour again this summer.
Yeah.
So it was before that.
The late 1700s.
So, and they... and multiple people, not just them, have heard they would be in the kitchen. And it was cool because the house is, they have the old house and they have the old kitchen, which is, the old kitchen was kind of off from the main house. And so it was brick, and they turned the old kitchen into their main kitchen. And they renovated, and then they connected the house. One of them's an architect, connected the house. Anyway, and so anytime anybody would be in the kitchen, sometimes they would hear people speaking, but it was English, but it wasn't.
Oh, it's like old English.
Yeah, or sometimes it was like some Creole and different stuff thrown in.
Cell phone fell into the bucket.
Mm-hmm. And one of my friends went, and he's like this big, he's probably 6'5", was like, oh, that's complete BS, whatever. And he went in, and he said literally the hair on the back of his neck stood up, and he started hearing someone talking, and he turned around and was like, stop, that's not nice, whatever. And he turned back around and did it again, and he was like, it's our friend's house. He's like, I left. That was it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm never going back to that house ever again.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you go.
Okay. I want to parlay here into, there's things people did in the 1800s around mourning that I just want to talk about so I don't have a split personality problem. One of them is hair art. People would take the hair of their dearly departed and weave it into a decorative pattern and then turn it into a brooch or hang it on the wall. It's called a memento mori.
I'm good with that.
Reminder of mortality.
Yeah?
I have a friend from the South, and his grandmother gave him a jar of her teeth while she was still alive.
Well, here's the thing about inheritance. You want to pass it down before you die so you can see people enjoy it.
You don't want to get tax. You want inheritance tax on your jar of teeth.
That's what I'm saying. She wants to see her family enjoy that jar.
Make it into some jewelry.
I don't know how many of them were gold at that point. Okay, so there's this other thing that's the sitting up. It's historically still done in rural areas where the deceased is washed, dressed, and laid out on a cooling board in the home. Friends, family, and neighbors would visit and literally sit up with the body overnight for several days until the burial. The Virgil ensured the deceased was never left alone and provided a space for communal support, prayer, and storytelling.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
And I've heard of it in recent years, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I have really good friends who are well known in Africa. And when their father passed, and he was kind of really well known there, the burial took place 30 days after he passed.
Was he embalmed or was he
was embalmed, but it was quite a while, and he was kept in the main house.
Oh, wow.
Just out on the table, on the dining room table?
No, in the bed.
In the bed?
Yes.
Okay, they always show those pictures, but when you die, everything releases. So that bed is full of pee-pee.
Well, he didn't die in the bed, fortunately. Oh. This was after the
So
death.
kill someone outside and then bring him in?
Now, how would this compare to... So they're sitting up with the body, but what about over the years some of the better funeral homes in Atlanta that have put the deceased in a natural position?
Have you heard of this?
Oh my gosh, I saw this on I'm too...
Odd Mom Out?
No.
It was on the...
on Reels, because I'm not cool enough to have TikTok. But there was this guy, he was sitting up in a car, and they had the car on a turntable in the middle of the funeral, and he's just turning around, sitting up in his Cadillac.
That's impressive.
I mean, I was
So he's basically taxidermied at that point.
I mean, I feel like you are pretty much taxidermy if you go with the like natural, like unnatural, like
All the chemicals and
yeah,
everything.
embalming and everything, right?
Yeah.
But if you position that body, I don't know this to be a fact. I do not know this to be a fact. But if during that process, while the body is still movable,
malleable?
yes,
Oh.
and you fit them for the chair that you want them to be seated in,
They'll harden
at
up in the
viewing,
position.
They'll harden up in the position.
Oh my God, it's like
There's
setting a curl.
major funeral home in Metro Atlanta.
Okay.
Major, like one of the top ones, was known for having some of that option.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
What are you? We talked about this a little bit, but have you guys? I mean, I told you all. I have my entire funeral
Planned.
thought out. Yeah.
Go
In
for
my-
it.
in
Tell
my
me your
head.
funeral. Tell me your funeral. I love
Okay.
it.
Well, first, I want to be cremated because I'm
Yes.
super duper claustrophobic. And even though I know we're dead, I'm dead. Like, once I'm dead, I'm dead. I know I'm not, whatever. There is a chance because I saw
People
on a
coming-
soap opera somebody was buried alive. I'm pretty certain it was
Well,
Marlena in Days of Our Lives.
They used to have a bell in the coffin
in
because
Scotland,
people,
so they could.
well, in Savannah, like
Oh,
so
really?
people, yes, they would like I just had scarlet fever, but I'm feeling better now. Ring, 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 ring.
American Horror Story.
Oh
I love
gosh!
it.
Oh my gosh! They did do
They
that
did
on
do
American
Yeah, and they
Horror
buried
Story.
like
Yes.
did they bury the body the wrong way so she couldn't reach the string or something like that?
I
Something
think
like
so.
that. We're going to
Okay.
go with it for sure.
Okay, so you're gonna get cremated.
Anyway, so I want to be cremated because I want it to be final, right? Like we want to make certain we're
Yeah, just-
final. Dead.
Yeah.
If possible, as they push me in, I did steal this idea because I did see this on, again, Instagram Reels, where as they're pushing me in, like Ring of Fire plays or some kind of like Burn in Love or like some kind of fire theme.
Could
Not
it be
like
Disco
going to hell.
Inferno?
Oh my
Disco
God.
Inferno.
I would love
like
that.
I
it,
never
Yeah.
thought about having a playlist for your burning.
right?
I like this
Think
idea.
ahead,
This
yeah.
But I
is
don't
modern.
know how long it takes. How long does it take?
It takes
Randy?
That's
2
very
hours.
quick.
Is it?
No, I thought
Well,
it
to
was
get
like,
pushed in, but I mean,
yeah,
for
it
the
takes
actual
like 2
cremation-
Get
hours,
burned.
and then there's bones left.
Yes, there are definitely bands left.
I mean, I'm okay. Maybe that could be souvenirs,
Yeah.
right?
I
Keychain.
think there's going to be rules against that.
I will. I will say back to Randy's point. The rigor mortis, it does stiffen the body. However, you can massage and move and break the joints to where then you can position it, and the rigor mortis doesn't reset in. So
Yeah.
it is doable for that.
I mean,
That
if
opens
it,
up some ideas.
Should we throw in a public service announcement here? Just like there's career options in plumbing and an electrician, you could also become a dead body masseuse to help take out the rigor mortis. Don't limit yourselves, young people of America. Look for those opportunities.
I swear we're gonna be on 85 in a month from now. There's gonna be an advertisement
It's
for
gonna, be,
like
it's gonna be Randy in this suit saying, "Let me massage your dead loved ones." Who says they can't be in a wacky position?
Exactly.
the Midas touch. But then, so the next day, and I want a Mexican themed. I eat Mexican.
Day of the Dead.
No.
No. Okay. No.
We're talking taco bar,
Taco
like taco truck kind
Okay.
of thing.
Okay.
I want free chips and salsa with queso bar because I'm not cheap.
Yeah, tacos extra.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I like how you're like, I'll put up for the chips and salsa and the queso.
Yeah.
Oh, tacos. I'm not made of money.
Please, we gotta have something left. But here's the kicker. I also want good margaritas, and they have to come from Tusa Taco. Shout out Tusa.
Ooh.
Yeah, their margaritas are excellent. I have a couple every week. They're very good. I want that. And then if you have to have my ashes, which now we know what to do with the ashes.
Oh wait, Randy
go
has
ahead.
to explain to us what to do with ashes. He knows everything. Go.
Well, I did say that when you get a bag of remains and you want to release them, whether it's at a beach or in the ocean or some other place that's meaningful.
I'm in the ocean. Yeah.
Okay,
like it.
make sure no one catches you because there's certain rules about that off the coast of California. That's for another time.
Okay.
But so you get this big bag of remains, which are ashes, but there are bone pieces in there. And sometimes they get stuck together. So one thing that I recommend is when no one can see, you take the bag and knock it around a little bit, like a bag of ice.
I was
Like a
literally
bag
about
of
to
straw.
say,
Slam
yeah.
it on the floor like a bag of ice.
You want to break it up a little bit. Then, when you get ready to disperse it, immediately find out which way the wind's blowing. Because you do not want to stand in the direction of the wind. But hold the top of the bag and the bottom of the bag and slowly release. Bring back up, slowly release again. If you do it all at once, the clump that will happen will be startling and disconcerting for the relatives.
Oh my God, you have to decant it. You have to be a romaine sommelier.
Do you still have a flour sifter at home? Perhaps this could help.
A colander might help.
A colander would be an option.
Oh
yes.
my gosh.
Did you know that I'm not sure about Disneyland, but Disney World,
Yes. Oh.
people
stories.
constantly try to sneak in and dump ashes throughout Disney World, especially in the
Haunted Mansion?
Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
There's like so many people doing it, and they'll get caught, and so then if you get caught doing, well, if they catch you doing it, especially in an attraction, they have to shut it down because it's biohazard. So a lot of times, if you ever go to Disney World and Haunted Mansion shut down, it's because someone threw ashes in there,
Yeah.
and they got to get a special cleaner.
Yeah, I just thought it was really dusty.
I saw there's like, it's really dusty in there. It does have a musty
Yeah, it
smell
does.
in
Yeah,
there.
it's all the dead people.
All the dead people. I did hear like this guy worked in Disney and someone saw a woman on the tracks at one of the rides and they had to shut down the ride, look for the woman. It was an old woman. They could not find her. They think it was a ghost from someone's
ghost.
ashes being dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm getting my ashes dropped in the ocean near our beach house because no one goes there. So I can just like party at the beach house with all my ghost friends.
So do you think
and my dog's there. We put his ashes there.
do you think your body goes with your ashes?
When we put our dog's ashes in the ocean, it was really beautiful because like it was the whole family and we were hugging and crying and it was a little bit of ashes, so it didn't get weird like you're talking about in the face and a big clump. But then we went onto the beach to collect our chairs and our towels and I kept seeing a yellow rectangle out of the side of my eye and I'm like, what is that? And it was a yellow lab that we had just put into the ocean. I feel like I saw him there.
Yeah.
So I'll go be with my baby. I mean, I do have real children, but that's my real baby. Yeah. Okay, so continue with your margarita town.
Yes.
If there must be a presentation of the ashes, and again, I'm very claustrophobic, so whatever container it's in, like if it could be an open air, like Tupperware container.
She must be topless.
That's right. That's right.
I think you would need a lid on it, though.
No,
I don't think so. I mean, it's my funeral,
carry in the
right?
car.
Yeah, but what about if, like, I know you're inside, but like the AC hits, someone opens the window.
Oh, yeah. What if someone sneezes?
Maybe you can have just a small top open.
Oh, like
I'm gonna have to
like
think about
treasure
this.
chest.
Yeah, because
a
I don't know if you know anything about dust and ash. It's really easy to.
Fly around.
What about draping it in linen?
Oh, I like
That
that
would
even
give you an
better.
option.
I like
Oh,
that even better.
And then the image of Christ will appear on it. Like the shroud, whatever shroud that is.
But then, so if they have to be presented in my treasure box or Tupperware container, I would like something like, that, what's the name of that? It's Harry Belafonte song. They play it in, what's that movie? Beetlejuice,
Oh, yeah.
Banana Man, that.
They're talking about
Hey,
the one.
look at man, then be banana. And I want to go home.
So I want that playing. Then I do have a picture that has been pre-approved, a current
Yeah.
picture that's been pre-approved.
Yes.
And then if people, kind of like a Quaker meeting, if people want to get up and say something, they're more than say something.
Don't let your funeral be an open mic. That's terrible.
It can get out of control.
The
but go on.
bartender will be like,
But I want people to be realistic with their stories.
They won't be. Well, no, they might be, but like
I
everyone's.
think my friends would be. I think a lot of my friends would be. Right? They would know I wouldn't.
curated. You'll have a curated list of who's invited. It's not the whole town.
I do think that should be the case because ultimately you would want your immediate family that are still remaining to have some level of comfort, and that's also based on the length of time.
I think if people said a lot of really nice things about me, though, they'd be like,
Okay.
I mean, I'm nice, but like,
you said something very important. You said to write your own obituary.
So I think you should have a
that's a
picture
good
done
idea.
at least every 10 years, so there's something that's recognizable. From
Get your
the time
picture
to today. That's
Get
right.
your picture made.
And then maybe go ahead and jot down a few notes about your obituary. I was with a very good writer a couple years ago, great writer, and she was writing her mother-in-law's mother-in-law's obituary, and she wanted my assistance because hers was horrible. And so I would say things, and she goes, "Oh, that's not true." And I was like, "It has nothing to do with being true at this point.
Yeah.
We will not let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Put
We
lipstick
want
on a pig."
Exactly. So go ahead and jot down a few notes so you don't get your feelings hurt in the afterlife.
Yeah. Don't get haunted.
Real Housewives tagline. Like an obituary tagline. Like, what would your obituary tagline be?
Oh, I hope cheese dips in heaven.
I like it.
The big cheese dip bowl in the sky.
I'd have to think about this.
Oh my gosh.
Calories don't count where I'm going.
Oh,
that's really good.
That's a good one.
Really good.
Okay, so did you finish your funeral? Wait, I have a quick question.
I think then everyone just leaves and has margaritas.
And they have a nice
more chips
hangover.
and
Are you
salsa.
on the
Let's go.
rim?
Are you on the run?
The rim.
I don't know. Oh, grand finale. I really don't care where my ashes go, so I've given my husband permission, again, because I'm super
He's
claustrophobic.
Catholic.
He's not really.
He's going to make
he
it
was
weird.
Raised Catholic. To just roll the window down and just,
On the way home?
let him fly.
That's really sweet. That's actually
Right?
really beautiful. It reminds me of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, when she's on top of the bus and she has
and it's
like
just
those
flowing.
pink and purple smoke things coming out.
I love that.
But it's you.
But
And your
it is-
aura is pink
Yeah.
and purple or whatever.
Are you
it
a big,
is-
you a big fan of watching dogs stick their heads out windows? Because that's kind of
I've got, yes.
that's kind of how this
gonna
thing
blow
is.
back
Yeah,
in.
right?
Yeah.
It's
When
gonna
you
blow
stick
back
your
in.
hand out and,
Yeah.
right? I think that's what
just
you do,
make
but
sure
clearly
there's a
he's
certain
got a...
minimum speed that he's going for this to take place. We don't want this in a traffic situation.
Pile up on 85.
He just the ashes.
ATL scoop.
Well, I was about to say the ashes are just in there for like 3 months, and
Yeah.
he's like sitting there and trying to look like, oh shit, I was supposed to.
Oh my God, the Grady curve, and then 18 people die, and
Yes.
it's like you take them out with you. Oh my gosh, what's gonna karma's gonna weigh on your soul?
Maybe
Actually,
I should specify the part of town.
yeah.
I think
Right.
so. And a speed.
I think you want
Yeah.
to be under one of the signs that says "Live New Girls."
Right by
Watch
like
for
Magic
falling
City.
rocks.
Wasn't it Magic City that's supposed to have good wings or something?
Yeah.
You would know.
Yeah.
a lot of strip clubs have pretty decent food actually.
Oh, really?
And Atlanta's a strip club haven, which is such a...
we're Also, good food's not a hard thing to make.
I feel like
Okay, we got
sorry.
distracted.
Sorry.
All right, so there are kind of these little intricate practices I've seen in movies, specifically fried green tomatoes.
Okay.
And that's another kind of Southern movie. And I was Googling it to try to figure out what the heck was happening. Maybe you guys can explain it to me. And that says like these are rooted in Victorian customs of stopping a clock in the home at the moment of death to prevent the spirit from being trapped in time, and covering mirrors to keep the soul from getting stuck in a reflection. Have you heard any of this?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes. I've never witnessed it, but yes, I've heard of it.
Do you do it? Have you seen it done around you?
Yeah, at the hospital you work at, how many mirrors are covered?
None.
Ooh,
No.
you're trapping some souls.
Yeah,
Some
probably.
overcrowding going on.
Yeah.
Do you think hospitals are haunted? Working in a hospital. There's so many people dying there, but I don't think their energy wants to stay there. I think they go like to where they.
I'm working on Tuesday. I'll ask what people
Please
think.
ask around. Every theater I go to, I ask if it's haunted.
Oh, every theater is.
It's haunted. They're haunted because people
I'll
want to hang
find all
out.
about it
way.
on Monday.
Yeah.
Yes, you're gonna find out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know some stories from there. Okay. Anyway, do you know what you're gonna do for your funeral, Randy?
As little as possible. I don't have... Let's go on to some...
Okay, one
yes.
idea.
Yes.
Just taxidermy your arm in your hand. Have it sticking out of a column, and everyone gets to high five your
Okay.
taxidermied hand.
Does Randy do a lot of high fives in life?
No, that's why it's funny.
We've never done it. Would we utilize, in today's world, would we have hand sanitizer there?
It doesn't matter. You're already dead.
But it's for everyone else. You know,
do
and
think-
I
oh,
do think of others.
Do you think you're gonna have cholera on your fingies?
Well, probably not, but...
I
you
don't.
know.
I don't think it's good to touch dead things.
Well, how long have they been dead? I've
See,
touched lots of dead
Here we
people.
go. Here we go with the dead people in the kitchen, and for a month in old-fashioned times, you just kept them on your dining room table. The guy Evita Peron, this famous kind of dictatorette from South America, her husband kept her dead body and made his new wife lay on top of the coffin to absorb her powerful dictatoress vibes so she could be stronger.
I can see that
I mean, I
happening.
feel like there are a lot of red flags with that story, but I feel like that would be the major red flag, right? Like in that relationship.
Now, she had a great wardrobe. And this new wife was going to possibly come into a whole new set of shoes and props.
Yeah.
She was getting the good end of the deal.
What are you doing for your funeral, Amy?
Oh, besides going to the beach, I haven't really thought about it, and I do need to figure it out and lay it
Okay.
out because I don't want the problem is when your loved ones are mourning, their brains don't work. There's a book about it. I actually wrote it down. It's called The Grieving Brain. It's by Mary Frances O'Connor, and she's a neurologist and a psychologist, and she talks about like when you are grieving, your whole brain is rewiring around the person that's missing.
Wow.
And so it's painful and continues to be painful until all those new neurons are rewritten. And so that's why you can lose someone and you think you're getting over it. And then 8 months later, it's their birthday. It's something you guys did together. And all of a sudden, a wave of grief comes over you again because you haven't rewired around that memory yet.
Yeah.
That space they took up. They said even when they have rats and they have like a red Lego tower in their little chamber. And they go around the Lego tower. They'll take the red Legos out, and the rats will still run around it, even though it's not there anymore, because they have to rewire their brains, and that's what's happening to people. So you have to have it all planned out in advance, so when they're mourning, they can just mourn. And I think that's what happens with like bringing food. I remember my grandmother passed away. There was not 1 inch of refrigerator, freezer, counter space. It was just like everything kind of went bad because it was too much food all at once. I think you need, what's it called?
A
Meal
food
train.
A meal train,
Yeah, like captain. You need a captain to like talk to like when they want food and when they don't want food.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, I will say a highlight of a Southern wedding that we touched on earlier. when we
Wedding
were
or
just
funeral?
Funeral.
I
Same
know,
thing
they're kind of the
sometimes.
same. They're kind of the same.
But was the food mainly the deviled eggs,
Deviled
Oh.
eggs, yes.
Yeah.
right?
So that's a funeral thing.
That's very much a funeral
Yeah.
thing. So if there is a luncheon that's a part of, so there could be many people refer to it as a repast. There could be something.
A free pass.
Repass.
A repass
Like-
of the body.
Well, after the funeral, this is when you come for the fellowship with family and food.
Oh my gosh. If you're an introvert in a Southern family and someone dies,
Oh.
does this
You just sit
you
upstairs.
lose your mind? Is this and you turn to arson?
I'm going to that funeral. Let's do a road trip. So there may be more like a finger sandwich cocktail party stand up holding a little plate in your hand, or there's a full out meal that you go through and it's like a covered dish dinner. Someone has coordinated to make sure there's meats, or else you'll just have nothing but salads and congealed salads. And congealed salad is like a salad just with a lot of sugar and
Love
jello.
a congealed
Jello.
salad.
Yeah.
I
Is
love
it
that you
called
mentioned
congealed?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
I've had
Congealed salad
Do you know
sounds like what the
that
body
is?
does.
I mean, it does wiggle like that, but do y'all know what congealed? Do you know what congealed
It's
salad
a Jello
is?
salad, but I've never heard the word congealed around salad.
And it's not jello like lumps of jello. You slice this, you serve it on a lettuce.
yes,
Yeah.
I've seen pictures.
Yes.
I've had a
it's so
1950s
good.
party, and Jose made Jello salad. It's in a mold, and so
It
this
can
is
be.
this is a they started with aspic in the late
Yeah.
1700s, and they boil bones of animals to make a goo, and they were savory. And
Savory goo.
I've never had a savory congealed
No,
salad.
congealed salad
Oh,
is
we could
typically
put that
more
on the-
refreshing. Although you can put like pretzels in it, and that gives it a salty flavor.
My husband likes this one. They don't call it congealed salad. They call it strawberry something, and it's like pretzels. It's like a Pennsylvania like thing. It's like a pretzel. It's actually
it
really
sounds
good.
German.
It's like pretzels with strawberry congealed salad esque, but it doesn't. Congealed salad has like Cool Whip,
Yes.
and sometimes cottage cheese, a pineapple or something in there. Oh God, I love it so much.
That
So
cottage cheese
good.
sent me over the edge. I'm going to.
Amy, I do
ever.
need you to pay. Amy, I need you to pay for my funeral because it's gonna be expensive and no one wants to do it. I want my body taxidermied, but I want some mobility because we're going back to the car thing. I want to be able to be positioned in different things, and so I want my body to be passed around to my loved one. He's got like a week So
at their house.
Yeah, so they
on
get,
the sofa watching
wherever
television.
they want, whatever they want, they get to do it, and then the last person. They can decide what to do. If they want to do like a Burning Man thing or
set you on fire.
Or throw me.
You could hire my
arson.
my arson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's full circle.
Kind
like
of to
Vikings.
make a little money and help with the cost. Would you be willing to be on display at Fernbank
Oh,
periodically?
whatever.
Because then that would
just blow 'em
add.
out.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, someone was like, "Well,
You're like an exhibit.
Someone's gonna put you in like weird sexual positions." And I was like, "Yeah, that's called comedy, and that's what I want."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you humping the dog instead of the dog humping you.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's some good stuff.
69ing with a life-size blow-up dart Barbie.
Rachel has both refused to follow those wishes or have the body ever. So I'm gonna need you to pick up this.
Okay, I'm here for you, buddy. Yeah.
Thank
Maybe
you.
there's a calendar, and people pick like a week.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I can dress you up. My parents have a mannequin outside of their home, and my mom dresses it up for the
See?
holidays.
Like permanently, or
Yes, it's weird. It's very strange. Sorry, Mom. It's very strange. She calls it
Yeah, and
mannequin.
you don't do
This
anything
explains
weird
some
yourself,
stuff.
Amy. Y'all are dressed like you're about to go first
know
line
what
of
you're talking
funeral
about.
before this.
This is very normal. Oh my god.
I could see at your funeral you doing like a show theme,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
a musical theme, and have different acts.
One day more. It's
People
done.
dress
There's no more
up.
days.
There'll be
What
cocktails.
You should record yourself singing so people have to listen to it.
I actually did go. I went to a funeral and they had a recording. It was Laura Lee's mother.
Yeah.
They had a recording of her
amazing.
nailing
Amazing.
high note after high note, and it echoed through this beautiful church chamber. And we're all like, "Get it, lady!" Like it was beautiful. I don't have a voice like
I
that.
will say that these lovely friends of ours, that both their parents passed in the last couple years, has made me realize that I will never achieve anything in life in comparison to them.
I know. They were
They're the
very
smartest
beloved.
people. I mean, they had reached a very old level of life. I mean, they were not young. And they had hundreds of people at their funeral.
At their funerals.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
they touched
like
a lot of
standing
lives.
room only, and they touched a lot of lives. Yes.
It's really leaving a funeral being like, I want to be a better person.
Exactly.
It
That
was-
was exactly
it was
my
really
thought.
cool.
Yes.
You don't think my funeral is going to do that?
Do you think I'm going to be here for that?
Fair enough.
Free queso.
Fair enough. I will leave hungover and happy, but y'all be dead by the time you're dead. Okay, this is another weird thing. Post-mortem photography. So you saw that already with the reels, but this happened in the United States during the 19th century. Post-mortem photography was a common, widely accepted, and deeply sentimental practice, driven by high mortality rates, particularly among children. And the initially high cost of photography. These images often served as the only visual remembrance of a family that had died.
Can I tell you a modern day spin on that?
These are terrible.
If you Google it, it's very. It's like
really
I hate
creepy.
this.
they have
It's
one. They have
really
one like
creepy.
all 4 children are still alive, and then they have the dead baby on the end.
It's super creepy.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them. They can't just do a quick painting.
I went to a funeral within the past like 6 years where this was a thing, and then I Googled it, and it really is a thing. Is that now they'll take a picture of your loved one, and then they will weave it into one of those blankets for you that you can buy. You know how like school pictures are like, do you want like a blanket or a keychain or a like koozie? Now they're
Are they dead in the picture?
I think you could be dead if you wanted to be. I think they could use like whatever picture, but yes. So that's how they are.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a
Oh my gosh.
death blanket.
Okay. I just.
And no judgment.
I'm not. I'm. Yeah. Right. I feel like I'm coming in judging, but I just really haven't had any experience. And funerals make my armpits sweat, and I'm trying to make friends with it and learn the different cultures. I feel like you guys are so comfortable in this world of the macabre. Did I still use it right?
Yes, gorgeous.
Of death and being near dead people and planning funerals and helping people not spend all their money on a funeral.
That's true,
Randy,
that's
do you want
true.
to speak really quick about that?
Well, it's not very funny, but I often encourage people when they're making their plans let's say the loved one
he works
has
at a
passed.
church,
I work at
everybody
church.
works
And I
at
do plan a lot of services, funerals, homegoing celebrations, oftentimes we call them. And I encourage people to be careful not to get pulled into a sales pitch with the funeral homes. The funeral homes are doing a wonderful service. They're providing for a need, but they also have the ability to sell you things you probably don't need and maybe can't afford. So now I will say many funerals.
Joel.
Many funerals,
I think it'd be funny.
when families plan a funeral, it's kind of like fantasy football draft teams. You've not coached a professional football team, but this is your one chance to plan one.
I felt the way that's the way about my wedding.
Planned a service, but this is your chance. And so inevitably somebody comes in and they're like, we really want the Hallelujah chorus sung. And I'm like, well, we're going to have an amazing pianist and a tenor. And so we're not going to be able to do the Hallelujah chorus quite like you've heard it. We could play a recorded version of it. Then there's this idea of during the service, we're just going to have an opportunity for remarks. Remarks is the moment where the service is hijacked. It no longer is for the family on the front row. It's for whoever wants to get up and say something. So limit that if at all possible. Maybe save them for the night before at the family gathering, maybe at the repast afterwards, but try to avoid that in the service.
Also, for that same thing for weddings.
Yeah, don't let
Yes.
everybody talk. What's the repass? Is that at the funeral?
talked about that.
I
It's the
know,
lunch.
but where is it take place?
It could be
Usually a church hall.
the church hall.
So wait, is the repast like an after party after the funeral, after the lunch, and then it's a dinner?
It's the lunch after the funeral or after the burial, depending on how it all lines up.
Because sometimes you have the family night,
Yes.
then you have the funeral, then you have a graveside.
You have a graveside,
which is the
and
burial.
all the flowers have to go from all
Yes.
the different places.
Yes.
I saw that in a TikTok.
And you know what? I'll say something that is a very Southern thing, having lived all over the place, and it's a big no-no. And again, I feel like I'm not superstitious, but I do believe this is bad juju. The funeral procession, the cars
Okay.
in the South. I never noticed this in New York, and maybe it was, and I just like blew right by it. But down south, like the hearse goes first. And then the family cars, like usually a couple limos. And then there's like a whole funeral procession with the lights
Flashers.
on.
Yeah.
And I feel like if you pass, like,
You can
I
you
feel
can
like it's
absolutely
bad.
pass those in the north.
You're not supposed to do
You're
that.
not supposed to do that. In fact, you're supposed to pull. If you see it down
supposed to pull
south, you're
over
supposed to
and
pull
not
And you have a
over.
It's not a law, though.
You do a curtsy as they go by, and then touch the coffin
mean,
gently, just on the outside.
I feel like if
tastefully.
you don't want to be haunted, that's what you should do.
I hate those because it's I don't want to wait. And so one time when I was in high school, I didn't. I was like, man, these always take so long because our highway leading like in and out, like there's no other way to get around it. So I just one time drove past the funeral line, and I was like, screw this, whatever. I get a call from my grandmother. And she's like, what the hell are you doing? I was like, what? She was like, you just passed the funeral line of a firefighter and all these people. And I was like, well.
How did she know? Because it's a small town. Someone
grandma
told
said-
her.
Well, she was in the funeral line. She
She saw you go by.
She saw me go by and was like that. And I was like, well, I mean, he's not in a hurry.
Was it the grandmother on your mother's side?
Yeah.
She was probably like, he gets that from the Ruiz side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh my
the one time I was like, screw this. I got it.
You got caught.
I got caught.
You're welcome to a small town. You can't
Yeah.
get away with nothing in a small
Nothing.
town. Oh my God. Okay. There's a thing in the South too. I noticed that they have like a graveyard will have plastic. It'll be just like all these plastic flowers out of little vases.
Yes.
That's not in the North either.
Oh, you know what? I never noticed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so that's a thing too. The plastic flowers sticking out of the ground, like a field of them.
You can pay to have like a service come and like take care of your loved one's gravestone.
Gravesite with
Yeah.
more plastic flowers.
I mean, if you choose plastic flowers, then I guess so. But yeah, and they like scrub it down.
I mean, the plastic
and-
flowers and the congealed salad are one and the same. I think they just put it all in a blender.
Jewish people bring rocks.
Oh, and put the rocks
So that's
on
actually
them.
part of my voodoo part of tonight.
The Jewish people.
No, the voodoo, it's called grave goods. It's also so this must be a tradition that's in multiple cultures because they say in African heritage graves are often decorated with objects like broken pottery, shells, and reflective glass. The practice is rooted in West and Central African traditions and is meant to provide for the spirit's journey and ward off evil spirits. The guy who made potatoes popular in the for eating in Europe, people put potatoes on his grave because he stopped a lot of famines, except for that one in Ireland. I know, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want people? Never mind. This wouldn't work for you because you don't masturbate. I was gonna say, do you want people to? Do you want people to put their old vibrators on yours? But we covered this.
So when people are using stones for massage, I've had the practitioner say to me, like, you got to put them out in the sun to get the energy off of them. Otherwise, they get too hot. So maybe the same thing is true with old vibrators. It's just
Yeah.
jammed up there with, oh, you're going to die. Are you okay? Randy's going to have an aneurysm.
Maybe put them in the dishwasher first. I don't know. That's not my thing, but maybe.
Oh, my gosh.
I think your circle could afford new ones. Let's just bring new ones.
I know, my circle. Yeah. I'll be the patron saint of old vibrators.
Well, what do you think if you guys have a gravestone?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I always think it's interesting what people put on their gravestones.
There's
that's a good
recipes.
point.
There's
Right?
all these trends now. There's these trends on TikTok. There's people doing cleaning graves. There's people putting recipes on there. There's this morticians. Did I already say this? Where there's a father and a daughter, and they're going and picking up bodies and whatever. I think it's like people are trying to normalize it, because we don't have, unless your Catholic husband is more, and he was a doctor, he's probably more accommodated to, like, acclimated to death.
Yeah.
You can make fun. You can have fun on a gravesite.
I saw this thing too where you can get your own QR code on your gravestone. Have you seen this?
I have not.
And you can go and you can scan
watch my
it,
special?
and then it'll be, oh my gosh, that's what you can do.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Residuals.
My children will live off of my YouTube coins that are coming in. I'm up to like $12. Woo! Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. It's okay. We have to wrap it up now. We did not have time to talk about Billy Graham and my stories of him. Is he a they, thou?
Yeah, Billy Graham,
It's a
no.
Pat Robinson's Tammy Faye Baker.
Oh, we
Tammy
got to do a
Faye
Tammy
Baker.
Faye.
These guys have stories about all these folks. So we're going to have another episode.
Yeah.
And this will be our Halloween macabre.
It's just macabre. You're trying to make it sound so much more complicated.
I'm just doing the proper French
You're trying to do
accent.
the French R, and they don't. A lot of times they don't. That's
Do
for a
it. Don't
different
tell
podcast.
me.
You don't. They don't pronounce their R's.
Oh, are they like from Rhode Island?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Macabre.
French.
Macabre.
You only pronounce the R's typically like if it's in the beginning, and then you do that weird like French.
Blech.
Like, ugh, you know?
It's like you're burping. Like, oh, I had too much cheese. Macabre.
Right after your funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
See?
cheese dip.
I think we should end this out by everyone saying what age they think they're gonna die.
I love this idea.
People watch me get hit by a MARTA bus after leaving here and saying this, but I feel like most everyone in my family lives to be in their 90s and in good health, unless you smoke. If you smoke, like 60s,
Game over. Yeah.
So I'm not a smoker.
So
Just as that
we're
side.
saying like 90, 92.
I think like 96, 95,
Ooh.
96.
Oh, you're going.
Okay.
You're going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big bet.
I'm gonna go with 88.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nice
Oh,
round
that's
It is.
number.
Yeah, that's
It's
good.
an infinity. It's
Yeah.
like infinity times 2.
Exactly.
Infinity times
I like
infinity.
it.
I like 93 because I had my best year when I was 33. And then 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. And then there's another 3 just for funsies. One to grow on.
What do you think?
Oh, I didn't think I was gonna live past 30, so I don't have a lot of expectations.
Oh.
Every day is a surprise.
Every day's a blessing.
I didn't say that.
All right, let's go out on every day's a blessing. I didn't say
Blessed
that.
to be a blessing.
Thank you guys for coming
Thank
to
you.
my Halloween Southern Gothic, learning about funerals and death, but trying to make it fun. I think there was one. We might have to edit this part out because I thought there was one more thing I was supposed to say. Nope, I already said it. False alarm. Yay, I love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hugs.
Bye.